Welcome to another Transformers Prime Beast Hunters review. This time we're looking at the Voyager class Optimus Prime figure. Now this is one I've been actually surprisingly looking forward to a lot because, to be quite honest, I really like the look of this figure overall. So we're checking him out in vehicle mode, and it is a pretty good combination of what I like to think of as Galaxy Force or Cybertron truck mode, and his animated truck mode, which is like a little hints of its own little style here. It does have a very flat front look to it, much like animated. It has some like kind of claws on the front, which give it a little bit more of a distinctive look. It does have black 6 black wheels, but however the rims are not painted silver, which I find kind of disappointing. It does have some real nice yellow paint applications on the side. I don't mind the green transparent plastic on the front. I think it looks alright. I would like, however, some silver detailing on the front. You can store the weapons here on the side here. You can, shoot them like this, like that, or if you want, you can deploy them a little bit. Doesn't really matter. And you can store the sword on top. You can have a pointer back to poke the enemies behind them, or if you want to go classic and just take out all the guns, all the swords. We'll go more into the weapons here in a little bit. And then this is basic truck mode, which I find a lot of similarities to especially to the animated Prime. It just looks, especially the front end, just looks very animated. That's just kind of the best way to describe it. But yeah, here he is. I like a lot. It's been getting a little bit of slack for being so different from his usual truck mode in Prime, but I like it. It's very different, very, almost has a kind of fall Cybertron alt mode look, where it's kind of like described as a fist on wheels. And this looks like it can do some mighty damage. And he has wings that are tucked in by the side, but if you want, gotta unpeg them first. You can deploy them kind of like this. I don't think this is an official transformation, but it's a choice. And it doesn't look too bad, but yeah. Okay, but we'll go ahead and snap them back. Like so. That's about it with the vehicle mode here. No real big gimmicks or anything like that, so let's set him off the side. Look at his weapons. First off, he comes with these 2 guns here, which are kind of like bows. They deploy out to the side like that. I know some people have had an issue with them being loose, but I don't have any type of problem like that. They're very stiff. No, I mean, they're not budging at all, and that's on both of them. As you can see here, I mean, they're not budging at all. So they're pretty cool. Look, they have an interesting look to them. But the weapon I was most interested in is the Star Saber, which is mainly a green translucent piece of plastic, which I hope they somehow incorporate that into the show. I'm not sure if the Star Saber will be at all in Beast Hunters, because, spoiler, well, its fate is kind of left unshown as far as the end of season 2. So kind of interesting, but yeah, I mean, it's decent. I'm glad that in some way or another there's an official Star Saber, but I am really looking forward to the Dr. Wu Skybreaker, aka Star Saber, which is going to be a lot bigger than this, a lot cooler, and yeah, really looking forward to that. So there's that. And let's get on to the transformation. Okay, to start the transformation, first thing I'm going to do is just detach the wings. Well, if you haven't done so already, go ahead and detach the weapons and just kind of get them out of the way here. Going to detach the arms from the legs here. Bring out the wheels and this whole front section down. And the shoulder piece came off. I'll put that on a little bit. Swing the body around. The legs are pretty much done. Oh, well, after you fold out the heels, legs are done. Bring out the arms. Like there. And I'll go ahead and reattach the shoulder piece there, like that. Bring up the camera a little bit. This part is actually, well, lift up the head is pretty neat. Going to bring down these little guards and snap. Why is it not snapping together? Oh, okay. So it's wanted to be like that now, huh? There you go. Wheel was starting to come off. Now you can peg them together. Good to know. Apparently the wheels can come off kind of easily. And you're going to want to just... these bumpers kind of get in the way. Bring the whole section up like this, and it'll kind of just sit in place here. And then these two little pegs on the backpack will slide in place. Don't really peg them all too securely, but it lets you know, like, that's more of like a, hey, this is how it's supposed to go. Now you can bring the jetpack wings down like so, and there is Prime in robot mode. Prime is obviously sporting a very different look than he has in the past 2 seasons, and it came with some mixed reactions, some good, some bad. I, for one, really love this look. This is the biggest Prime Voyager toy so far. It's even bigger than the first edition Optimus Prime. I can't exactly do a size comparison right now because I have most of my toys packed up. Well, not packed up, just put in storage bins for now. So you can find size comparisons online. But this is a really, really interesting robot mode. It sports so many different looks of Prime. First comparison I really like to make is that it's kind of based on Star Convoy from the Battlestars series, which was a strictly manga, but it's kind of fitting because Star Convoy was the reincarnation of Convoy, aka Optimus Prime. So this is kind of like an updated version of that concept. Anyway, it has some animated concepts in there. The head design is a little primal-ish, a little bit, and some Galaxy Force Optimus Prime in there too. Especially with the wings. Just a really, really interesting and beefy and just like a badass looking Optimus Prime. Just one means like, alright, I'm not messing around anymore. Time to kick some ass. But yeah, he does have some good points of articulation. He instead of a ball joint, he has a swivel joint at the neck now. He has a swivel at the shoulder. This little piece is on a hinge for whatever reason. Real nice clicky movement at the shoulder as well, with bicep swivel. Elbow joint is very limited. Can't even get to a 90-degree angle, but I can forgive it just because the armor is getting in the way, so it's not too bad. He does technically have a waist joint, and it's seen here, but on almost, from what I can gather, it's on almost everyone's, it's so tight that it's feel like it can break. It can break at any time, but I'm not going to risk because I'm too scared to actually break it. So there is possibly a joint in there, but it's real tight. And he does have an out movement at the hip, forward and backward. Nice, super clicky knee joint, which is nice. Oh yeah. And a little bit of foot articulation, which you can count the heel as articulation too. So mighty fine there. You can store. Okay, well actually, the official way to have the figure is the wings displayed out, but I like to keep the wings in for most of the time. But he does look really nice with the wings out like that. Definitely gives it a Galaxy Convoy look to him. And you can store the guns here on the side, which will kind of act as like part of his jetpack. I'm not sure if that's intentional or not, but looks pretty nice, and it's nice storage for the guns. It's not just, I just really like when guns and swords have them meant to be stored, placed on the robot mode, and it doesn't look bad at all. Not very intrusive, and you can kind of fold the wings up to the sides too. They just stick out slightly more. And you can take the Star Saber and store it on the back like that. I like to have swords at angle when they're being stored on characters' backs. And you can have him holding everything too, like that. And of course, you can have him holding the gun. So you definitely have a lot of play value with this figure. Overall, Beast Hunters Optimus Prime is one hell of a figure. It is, I would say, very comparable to the first edition Optimus Prime as far as design, build, transformation, vehicle, robot mode, fun. This is a really great Optimus Prime toy. Anything negative I would have to say about it would be very nitpicky. There's no real blaring issues with it as far as I'm concerned. I'd say definitely pick this one up. I love it a lot, especially if it just for 20 bucks, Voyager class figure. Just could use some paint apps, Star Sabers, translucent green, which doesn't quite make sense. I really do like the no mouth plate, no face plate. I do like the grimace, just gives them a very badass look to it. Yeah, just really enjoy everything about this figure. And we'll take a look at his Nemesis in Beast Hunters next time. Until next time, thank you for watching.